shit.
Yeah, which means I've done my job.
Boy.
That is the
We're
entirety
live. Oh no, we're live. What do we do?
We are live, and hey everybody, and welcome to I don't even know what number this is, but it is.
I can tell you that 59.
Oh, 59? No, 59 was
59.
last week. This should be 60.
Is it? Maybe. I blame Vito for that. If it is, I have no idea.
Bloody
Yeah.
It says 59, so that's what I'm going with.
Yep.
59 works for me. 60 works as long as it's not 69. I know it's not 69, and I can tell you why. Because you bet your damn bollocks on Vito not being absent for episode 69.
If it was episode 69, there would be Vito like on the live stream 4 hours before it started, making sure he was the first person there.
Yeah.
Could be.
So, independent bottlers,
Yes.
is what we're getting into this evening. So maybe we'll give a couple more minutes for some folks to come in. I don't know how many people are joining us right now because I can't see.
Also, phrasing, Dan. Phrasing.
It's fine.
Five.
It's just that 5.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that most people know what independent bottlers are, and if you don't, I'll just quickly explain that it is a company, private company, that is not a distillery. So they would purchase whiskey from a distillery and then bottle it themselves. I'm a massive fan of private or independent bottlings because for the most part, they're single cask. For the most part, they are cask strength. And for the most part, they're usually really interesting casks that they've purchased to bottle. But there are obviously exceptions to that. I've personally never been disappointed by a single independent bottled whiskey.
What about those LCBO specials?
So there's still distillery. It's still a distillery.
Yeah, but those are barrel picks, but they're not independent.
Yeah, barrel picks, but still distillery releases. But you were right on that because it's very close. Because essentially the LCBO very well could have purchased it and bottled it themselves, but that would involve work beyond.
Anything after work is redundant. Yeah, that would involve work, so it's not happening.
Yeah. So tonight I've started with one that's actually available at the LCBO and has been on clearance recently.
Because I know who's about to come in, and I'll just could arouse him a little bit.
Causing trouble.
Yeah.
Causing trouble.
So, Kirkwall Bay is what I'm getting into.
We can't.
He's
hear
arrived.
You. Vito, we can't hear you.
Oh, son of a bitch!
That we can.
I was just going to keep playing along.
Oh, you fucking asshole!
We don't mute. There's going to be no muting, but we are going to just pretend we don't hear you.
Fuckers.
So yeah, Kirkwall Bay is available at the LCBO for those of you in Ontario. For those of you that are...
I need to have... Dan's gone. I need to have an interchangeable face so that I can change it from Brad to Vito. So when I tap it and go, what time do you call this young man?
I was eating and I was tired. I'm sorry.
Eating food is important. It's good.
Coming out of your paycheck, young man.
We get paid? Son of a bitch.
Sure, it's coming right out of your paycheck. You're now making negative $5 an episode, so you can pay up. It's fun.
I'm just Dan
froze.
But
his computer died. It overheated.
Maybe he forgot the ice pack.
What's with the ticker at the bottom? That's new.
That's actually a really good point. So that's our sponsor this week. We've actually got a sponsor.
We have sponsors? Holy shit!
Yeah. If you go to that website, you'll see our very professional sponsor.
Jesus Christ, I'm afraid.
That's all right. So technically, the sponsor has given us $5 because we've docked your pay $5.
Nice. So we break even.
So I'm starting with,
I can't do maths right
I'm starting with some Wyoming whiskey barrel,
nice.
bottled by the Crowded Barrel, our friends.
So
Texas.
I'll be very honest with everybody. I just finished off 3 pounds of hot wings. So my palate is absolutely shot to shit. I pulled
How
out.
many kilos is that?
I can't do maths because I've also had 2 very strong beers.
It's what, like 2.2 pounds per kilo,
Something like that. So I have 4 independent bottles that I will talk about that I've had. But I will be drinking the rest of this beer, water, and the remnants of the Canadian Club from the last After Dark, as penance for me being late.
That's not White Walker. That's disappointing.
The little bit of White Walker I have left, I'm gonna try and get my roommate to try on camera. But we'll see. But yeah, so for independent bottlings, I have North Star Spirits to talk about, Cadenheads, Blackadder, and Compass Box. What happened with Dan?
I don't know. Trying to find out, but
sorry,
he'll probably be back.
Yeah, I thought that was Brad, him that texted us.
No.
It might be his revenge for the escape that we did last week. I don't know. Maybe he just won't be back. Maybe he's gone forever.
That reminds me, I could escape.
I mean, that's up to you. But I'm going to be a professional.
Thank you, Brad, because I can't drink this week.
Stay, true to my responsibilities, at least until you disappear, and then I can really annoy Vito by disappearing.
I can't be blamed if I'm not here. I mean,
no, I promised that I would behave, damn it, and I plan to.
Who did you promise to?
Dan.
All right, so I'm gonna do the shout outs just completely off the chat. So g'day Wheels, g'day Car Strength, great to see you watching. Charles Unsworth, Ian Waller, Puffs and Drams. That's it. Oh, Mike. Hey, Mike Lissack, you're an awesome dude.
Do you want to know names? Puff and Drams is Steve, and Wheels is Brandon.
So Puff and Drams and Wheels. Yeah, cool.
Give him some respect, goddammit.
Mike is sitting in the chat just giving me ideas for new buttons to add to my Stream Deck over here.
We would never know that Brad was frozen because he just stays still all the time.
So there are legitimate times. Hey, Dan.
Whoops.
There are legitimate.
You never guess what happened.
You forgot your ice pack. Shameful.
We said it right from the beginning, like, his computer overheated.
Yeah. So there are legitimate times when you're drinking with Brad, especially on like hour 12, that you don't know whether or not his computer has frozen or he has frozen.
It's fair.
It's just
sometimes my brain stalls for a while.
You'll be there and it'll be like, all right.
That's all right.
I went to make sure that my mic was muted on my computer, and it just fucking blew up. God damn it! I didn't think it was gonna be that loud. Jesus,
Vito, did you say that you are not drinking?
I'm drinking, but I'm not drinking the good stuff because my palate's shot. I've had two bone shakers, Amsterdam Brewery bone shakers. That are like 6.8.
Is that with the funky skeleton on the can?
Yeah, the funky skeleton. It's like in the realm of like 7%, and I've had two like full pints of that.
Well, I'm gonna have to say that that's unacceptable.
I know, I'm professional.
Steve went to our sponsor's website.
Yeah.
Useless, maybe. Outstanding. So and I'm still drinking this, so I don't feel like belittling and wasting off the samples of all of the independents that I have. I'll talk about them, but I'm not going to drink them tonight.
I will pick up the slack.
Oh, Will you?
Is that
now?
gin? Is that gin in the
Excellent.
background there, Vito? Underneath your Whiskey Tribe certificate, is that a bottle of gin?
Oh no, that's moonshine from Mark and Lisa.
Okay, so grab that moonshine, right? Go grab an egg white and make a moonshine fizz.
Jeremy, I can't right now.
It
I can barely get up. I did almost 60 kilometers on the bike today. I can't move.
He'll rest up and
Are you
get some energy
drinking
for the
Bone
after
Shaker?
dark.
Huh?
You drinking Bone Shaker after a fucking 60K ride?
Yeah, it's barley and shit. It's fucking good for you.
Sure.
What do you think's in Scotch?
Well, but Scotch is tasty. Scotch is tasty.
He's carbo loading. He's getting back into the carbohydrate.
Sure.
All good.
Guys, I'm just trying to gain some weight, okay? Like
All right,
any
fair
weight
enough.
is good. By the
Just
way,
so you know,
I weighed in this morning
listen,
144
Gaining weight doesn't grow you this
Wow,
way.
Vito, we're about the same weight.
I weigh about as much as one of your legs.
No, you said you were 144. I'm 147.
Yeah.
Pounds, not kilos. you upside down fuck.
What do you mean? Canada uses the metric system. Who are you calling upside down?
I mean, okay, fair enough. That is a fair point.
So, yeah, I'm gonna finish what I started before I was cut off by the overheat. Kirkwall Bay, that bottle I did hold up. Hopefully you guys saw it. 'Cause I'm too lazy to turn around and reach and grab it. Is definitely a Highland Park. It is definitely one of the more lesser known independent bottled Highland Parks. And if I can remember, yeah, it's Morrison and Mackay. So again, not a super popular indie bottler, but for some reason this made its way to the LCBO, and it is fantastic. I'm a massive independent Highland Park fan. In fact, almost all of my favorite Highland Parks are independent bottled.
I'd have to agree.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, really, really big fan. And when I saw this, I saw it quite a few times, and it's not really like a really pleasing kind of bottle. Let me try and turn this off and see if that helps a bit. It's not a super attractive bottle. Just a very, kind of weird looking. I paid no notice to it for many times, and then I picked one up because I saw it on clearance and started reading it, and I was like, oh, this is from Orkney. Oh, this is a freaking most likely a Highland Park. And I picked it up and knew right away upon tasting it that it was a Highland Park, and it is fantastic.
Sorry, go ahead. Finish up.
I was just going to say, I think the price point was around $70. It is 46%, so it's not super high, but it's delicious.
I think that's an interesting point because as the three, Jeremy didn't really chime in, but I'm going to assume that it's probably around the same. Is that most of our independent Highland Parks that we've had have been our favorite Highland Parks, and it's interesting because that opens up a broader range of possibilities for people that don't like a particular distillery. Maybe an independent bottle at an off age in like a random cask, depending on what's going on, might be your entry into appreciating a bit more of that distillery, and not just kind of like, I've had Highland Park, man, not a big fan of it. But then you have an independent bottling of Highland Park, which essentially just, I want that cask, I'm going to bottle that cask from Highland Park, with not doing too much additional to it. Maybe aging it a little bit more in like a different location or something. But
so it almost rounds back to when we did the Bruichladdich episode, right? Bruichladdich don't care about a signature per se, right? They just produce damn good juice.
Right.
So, but Highland Park, the moment you've got a bigger distillery, as a general rule, you generally have a fan base, and they look for that signature. So the master blenders and the distillers and stuff have to kind of go with that rough signature, that profile. yeah, this is what my brand is. This is what my brand represents. This is what we need to make sure that we present. So there are going to be those offshoot barrels that are either fucking fantastic or a bit but they may be in someone else's wheelhouse. They're just not in the general, box that the brand has put themselves in. And that's where I think independent bottling is, as Vito said, a fantastic way to get into a distillery that you wouldn't normally consider, because many of those independent bottles are sometimes really, really good, just a little bit outside that brand's box.
Right.
And it gives you that really good, decent appreciation for maybe a region that you've dismissed because the major brand has, its box. So you just dismiss the whole region because, if you drink Lefroy and go, I'm not a fan of Isla's, core reality is you could be a massive fan of Ardbeg, or you could be a massive fan of Lagavulin. They're slightly different wheelhouses. And you just don't know. Like some of those independent bottlings of Lagavulin back in the day were...
You know what? Perfect example.
Phenomenal.
Perfect example for what Jeremy is speaking about is...
the octave.
So this octave... Oh, sorry. There you go.
Nice. Benriach, yeah.
Yeah, so Benriach, Speyside Distillery. Definitely a lot of them have a very typical Speyside profile. But this is peated and definitely does not fit in with your standard Speyside profile. I know that you can have peated Speysides, but for the most part, Speysides are fairly relaxed and friendly and nice and sweet. But this one is peated. And again, so like Jeremy was saying, someone that maybe likes peat and kind of isn't too into Speyside, you pick this up, this independent bottled Benriach, which is peated, and you've got a whole nother ballgame. And it's a great way to get into maybe a distillery that you had dismissed, again, as Jeremy said, due to not being into that type of profile. Oh my God, you know what's coming up.
Uh-oh.
You know what's coming up there. So someone had asked me, Wheels asked if I had an 8-year-old Highland Park. Have a Gordon MacPhail you've been looking at. I have had an 8-year-old Highland Park. I can't remember who it was bottled by, but young independent bottlings are usually fantastic. You'll want to look, and again, this by no means is a universal rule, but check out that Gordon MacPhail Wheels and see what the ABV is. If it's a higher percentage, it might be a cask strength, and you're probably going to have a good luck with that, because the age statement for me is like literally the last thing that I care about. As I've gone further in my journey, it's really not something I pay too much attention to, because there are some fantastic and magical really old whiskeys, but there are some fantastic and magical super young whiskeys as well.
Here's my thing is that Gordon MacPhail, I've had decent, but I haven't had anything to speak home about of their younger bottlings. The Caledonian, which is set to open up relatively soon, actually, for patio seating.
Oh, nice.
I know on that. I know the Crowded Barrel is opening on Friday the 12th.
Yes, limited capacity, but yes. It's good that everyone's opening up now. But yeah, so I've had a couple of the younger Gordon MacPhails. Like I think it was like a Talisker 6-year-old, a couple of other ones, and I truthfully haven't been super impressed by what I've had. Maybe the one, Brad, what was that one? Was it a specific Talisker, or was that an independent bottle Talisker? The one that was like...
It was an independent bottle.
Was that a Gordon MacPhail?
I don't remember.
The clear one?
Yeah, the clear one.
I'll never forget that.
Yeah, five-year Talisker.
Yeah, the 5-year Talisker.
I've told this story many times before. I'll tell it again in case there's some people watching that haven't heard it. So Brad, the first time I met Brad, and Vito, incidentally, and a few others, was at our friend Adam's house. And Brad shows me this picture on his phone. He says, "Yeah, look at this whiskey," and shows it to me. And it looks like a glass of water. And I'm thinking,
Yeah.
oh, okay, he's trying to, test the new guy. Pull a joke on the new guy, tell him to look at this glass of whiskey, and it's freaking water. But it wasn't water, it was Talisker. It still remains to this day, I think, the least color I've ever seen in a whiskey.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, it was clear as hell.
And do I recall you guys saying it had a banana note?
Oh yeah, huge.
Yeah, it was basically salted banana bread.
Yeah.
It was
Nice.
crazy.
Sounds incredible.
It's absolutely delicious.
Wheels, I'm just going to say right now, I'm drinking a 46% Highland Park independent bottled, and I'd put this one at maybe 6 or 7 years, 5, 6 or 7 years. So I'd say go for it if the price is reasonable. I don't know where you are, Wheels. I can't remember.
That's the big thing is the price. You want to pay something reasonable for an independent bottle, especially if you know the distillery well. So, like, for experience, we all bought bottles of the one of the latest Black Adder releases, a 13-year-old Bunnahabhain Moyne. Dan has his bottle. And it was about $240 Canadian after everything was said and done, taxes and shipping and whatnot. So for myself,
can you see? Oh yeah, there's
the good stuff right there. That'll coat your esophagus. And so for me, I typically will never pay over $200 Canadian for a bottle.
Hey Graham.
So for myself, what I typically try to do is I try to justify it from a financial and personal standpoint. Is the independent bottler reputable? And in terms of, have I tried what they have to offer? Have I liked what they have picked? Is the distillery, do I like some things from the distillery? And in the Bunnahabhain case, the one that Dan has and the one that me and Brad have bottles of as well, is the cask selection something that is intriguing.
Right.
And we know that we made a review of it with me, Brad, and Josh, the Bunnahabhain Moyne Oloroso bottle. That was absolutely spectacular. So we know that the Moyne casks are something to look after, like to be sought after. So if you're hesitant about independent bottlings and you're kind of wary, use some criteria to justify it, because it typically ends up being pretty worthwhile if it's in the box of your liking, right? So I qualified that purchase, justifying the price through the independent bottler, the distillery, the cask selection, and I was like, it's a done deal. I didn't even have to think twice about it. So
yeah,
I don't know if you guys agree with that, but that's sort of like that was my thought process through that purchase.
Oh, for sure.
There you go. So Graham Young, Vito, says that a wee stroll around the Elgin store of Gordon and MacPhail will change a whiskey drinker's life. He's been there several times.
Oh, and I hope that no one,
I
hope that no one kind of took me saying I haven't had a good young Gordon MacPhail selection.
No, you just
dismissing them completely.
No, you just haven't had that one yet.
Yeah,
and wow.
And I'm open to it. Like I said, I love independent bottlers. There's some of the more interesting bottles and samples and pours that I've had, in the last 2.5 years. So I'm never gonna say I don't want to try that. If you want, I will try anything. Like, just that alone will tell you that I will drink just about anything.
I have a few Gordon and MacPhails here that I'll need to find and see how young they are and see if I can get some to you and to change your mind.
Well, hey, even just a pour. Like, the next time we get together, we already said it's going to be a long hangout. So if Fuck, load me up. Load up young Vito's tummy with some good juice.
I will.
Oh yeah, so you were saying the Che 17 raw cask.
Oh,
and
my
Oh,
God.
yeah.
I think Brad has a sample of that as well. I
do. I will be drinking some very soon.
It's
so good.
So good. It's one of my favorite peated whiskeys of all time. It is
great.
unbelievably tasty. You can't help but shake it up with all the pieces.
You can't. You have to.
And you know what? We have to hand it to Dave for ensuring that we all got cask pieces.
I don't know how he manages some of these.
He's a champion. He is a
Unbelievable.
champion.
He is.
So I was going to segue into this question with the raw cask, the Blackadder raw casks.
That's gonna happen.
Load up feels some good. I'll wear it. Fuck it. So do you guys shake up for people in the chat that have Blackadder casks, bottles, do you shake up everything and get some of the little cask bits in your glass?
I do for sure.
100%. You have to. I feel like
I do a swirl. I do a swirl more than I do a shake.
Oh, a swirl, a shake.
But yes, the point is still
you got to agitate it enough.
Yeah,
agitate. So
the carbon's good for the soul.
And that's what's really
sure. Let's go with that.
I gotta justify it that way.
You know what's really funny? Every single, all 7 independent bottles that I picked out are peated. I just realized that. I'm thinking I'm going with the lighter peat. So next up is another independent Highland Park.
Is that the one that I have?
The 10.
That's the island. That's I forget which which one was that one? That was Highland Park, was it not? I think that was Highland Park.
This is Highland Park.
Yeah, that's Highland Park. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really, really good one.
Yeah.
I have a sample of that as well.
In case you've never watched any previous episode of Cask Strength, I am a massive fan of North Star.
He is. He's not lying.
Big time. North Star is, and I hate to say this, but because we have no viewers anyways,
we have 14 people watching. What are you talking about? We have no viewers.
I'm not, but not enough to spoil something here. So North Star, I've never had a bad one. I think we've had like 9 or 10 of them. I've had
something like that.
10 of them for sure. They're extremely reasonably priced. Even their older ones, like the Spica is a 29-year-old.
Oh yeah, that
was under $200, and it's a magical whiskey. All of their standard, roughly 9, 10, or 11 years, are about $65, and so worth it. It's not even funny. I can't explain to you how good they are. They have an Isla Star, which we're fairly sure is Kalila.
Yes, they do. It is a Kalila.
Yeah, it's the best Kalila I've had.
So that's an 11-year-old Kalila from a single refill hogshead, bottled at 50% ABV. Absolutely stellar.
Yeah.
Now I haven't had any of the 18-year-old unpeated Kalila, but this is definitely the best Kalila that I've had.
That's the best Kalila I've had until we open that 31-year-old. I have a feeling that's going to be really good.
Yes,
Cadenhead is really good.
Cadenhead's another amazing professional segue. Another amazing independent bottler. So a couple of streams ago, when we were doing the samples, right? I had a lot of independent bottling samples.
Hey, Dave.
There you go. Hey, Dave.
Cheers, Dave.
I had a lot of Cadenhead's samples. I have a Akut Ocean 17 bottled at 54.9% ABV from Cadenhead's, and I pulled this one out because this one stood out to me.
Is that a PX? No.
I don't believe so.
It looks fairly light. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's very, very light. It's definitely just ex-bourbon. Nothing very much else. Akut Ocean is not known for doing very many older bottlings. I'm sure as time goes on and they become older as well, they'll have more to choose from, but because like they're still doing like the 3 wood and the bartender's blends and all that, so they have stuff in casks in like PX and Oloroso and Sherry and stuff like that. So, but this one is not. This one is definitely like one of their first bottlings that the first cask that they probably filled.
Yeah.
But Caden Heads has been doing some spectacular picking. That Akut Ocean 17 is phenomenal. Then there's a Royal Lochnagar 19 that I also have from Caden Heads at 56.3%, which is stellar. I did these tastings as well on the Epic sample night. But yeah, and then obviously Dan has the Caden Heads Kalila 31-year-old.
Yeah, that still blows my mind that we got them from 2 totally different sources, and it's from the same cask.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we have
crazy.
we have the Caden Heads Kalila, and then we have the single cask Nation Wild Turkey 9-year-old from the same cask as well that we got from 2 other separate sources.
Crazy.
Unbelievable.
Donald, that Akut Ocean 1988 PX, I've heard is just fucking out of this world.
Okay, so when people,
Hey, thanks.
thank you, Swami.
Cheers.
So I think what is going to happen, we're just gonna make it a thing. We need to have a thing. When people super chat, I will take a swig of shitty Canadian whiskey.
Oh my god.
That's just what's going to happen. We started it on the 1,000 subscriber stream where I was doing the pours of White Walker. Fuck it. We've been putting it off too long. We don't even have a proper sign off yet.
I almost went to the poorhouse off of that.
Might as well just start drinking. Thank you, Swami, very much for the super chat. Much appreciated, brother.
I'll have to log into a secondary account and just start super chatting.
Hey, you know what? The super chatting goes towards the channel, so you know what? If my sacrifice benefits the channel in some small wee way, then so be it.
Just goes right back into my PayPal account.
Brad's double dipping.
That Kirkwall Bay that I was having previous, which again is independent bottle Highland Park, is really good and I enjoy it. But the Island Star, which I think was
you shush your mouth, David Kramer, before I mute you.
The Island Star is roughly 10 times better than the Kirkwall Bay.
Is that a scientific?
Objectively, 10 times better.
No, it's 10 times better. Like, I absolutely adore it. I've been babying this bottle, as you can see. It is super, super tasty. I also have the Orkney, the North Star Orkney. What year was that? I think it's a 12-year.
Not the Island Star.
North Star Orkney. No, the Orkney.
Oh, that's one of the recent ones.
Yeah. At 55, and then the one that I got from Adam, which was actually an Orkney as well, which is also Highland Park, is absolutely stellar. Like, North Star is, in my opinion, probably the best independent bottler with the best
young
selection.
Best young.
They're doing good stuff for sure.
Yeah.
Sure, best young. I mean, the oldest, I guess, is the 29-year-old, which is pretty good. The Spica is pretty old, but that's the one that's kind of a side. That's also a blend. So most of the other ones are single cask, single malts. Like both of the 9-year and the 11-year. Oh, yes. Thanks, Graham. We'll enjoy our nice pours. And Brad, what are you having, by the way? I think I missed that.
I just switched to an AD Rattray, however you say that, cask Whitney 18-year-old.
Oh, yeah,
46%.
Yep, super good. I've got that too. That's really,
pretty tasty.
Really tasty.
Thank you, Graham Young, for the super chat. And next time I see you, I will kick you in the shin for making me drink Canadian Club. Freudian slip. So I don't know if anyone saw the video that we released a couple days ago, the time machine review, where I chopped up a bunch of reviews and put it into a little stream video. But the last thing I did, I reviewed on that was the Canadian Mist, and rewatching the raw footage of me tasting Canadian Mist was horrifying. You want to have nightmares. One day I'll post the raw footage, all like 10 minutes of me tasting Canadian Mist. And it was terrible. Absolutely.
But it's funny to watch, but it's rough to think about.
Yeah. The cut that I made for it I thought was really good. It was all just ugh. Like there has to be something worthwhile about this. Like
Screech is not bad, Mark. It really is.
I mean, and I wouldn't say that I would drink it like willingly all the time, but Screech.
Are you? Yeah, it's.
I don't know if I've ever had Screech.
Really? It's Newfoundland rum.
Yeah, definitely not then.
After drinking whiskey and being like having my palate so exposed to it, when I went out to Newfoundland 2 years ago, I got screeched in, which I'm sure you guys
sounds like the title of your sex tape.
Sure.
This isn't After Dark. I'm sorry.
It's better sex tape than Kiss the Cod, I guess.
I got screeched in on a whale watching boat. It's a big production. They have the whole boat. They call me down on the microphone. Everyone's watching. Instead of watching whales, they're watching you. So I'm sitting there and they're doing the whole thing and all that. It's fun. And then they make you take a shot when you're in like the bar, but on the boat, they make you sit back up on the chair and lean back like this while the guy stands behind me and pours the bottle into my mouth. So he's sitting there pouring it, and what they're looking for, yes.
God damn it, Weddle. Why, Weddle? Why?
Oh, Weddle. Cheers, man.
Cheers, Weddle. Thanks, buddy. Full Weddle, bud. Just hit you hard.
God damn it, Weddle.
Vito, keep it up, buddy. This is at this rate. We like this time next month, we might not need to work. So,
God damn it.
Yeah, so he's pouring this bottle in my mouth, and they're obviously expecting, like to spit or the reaction of the face and all of that stuff. And he's pouring it in my mouth, and I'm sitting there going, and I'm like swishing it around, and he like had to stop, and they're looking at me, and I was like, that's quite nice, because it's like 40%, right? It's a standard rum, but after drinking, like I was drinking high proof whiskey, it was just a sweet treat. And the look on his face, and my in-laws took a bunch of pictures, and some of the pictures are great because while he's sitting there doing it, poured in, there's a lady in the background like this, and there's like people, the looks on their faces looking, and it was fantastic. But yeah, Screech isn't, not to be mistaken, just incidentally, with Swish. Swish is a different animal, which is also from Newfoundland, and not spectacular. Oh, yeah.
Oh, jeez. Weddle is going to cause you trouble.
Yeah, Weddle. God damn it, Weddle. Like, cheers, buddy. Like, cheers.
Cheers. Oh, Weddle is in full effect.
It is.
Yeah. So I want to say hi to, Ed and Steve A joined in.
Yep. Hey, Ed. Hey, Mark. Hey, Steve A. And
so what's okay? Let's sound off in the chat. Everyone watching, sound off your favorite independent bottler. I'll start by saying that right now, it's Cadenheads. Right now. Now, if the Blackadder Bunnahabhain is that I will eventually receive is any good.
Dude. Oh,
Blackadder will most likely take over Cadenheads. So right now it's like Cadenheads has a slight edge on Blackadder, but like it's neck and neck right now for between those two. Please.
Best $3 you've ever spent, buddy.
God damn it, Brad.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, mysterious super chatter.
So someone mentioned Oh my god, yeah, this is insane. Patrick, thanks. Cheers, buddy.
Son of a bitch, Patrick.
Hey, $10 is 2, by the way. I just made that call right now.
How much is in here? I'm gonna have to open up another bottle, guys.
You want to get rid of it anyway, right? So
hold on. Okay, so yes, I did want to get rid of it, but there's so much to get rid of.
Oh, that's awesome. This is just, oh my god.
Oh jeez.
Well,
okay,
I guess I gotta open up a new one.
We don't have fancy titles and graphics for anything like that. And Weddle, you've already achieved most of like the whiskey titles that you can achieve through a YouTube, but like we're gonna create one for you right now. I don't know what we're gonna do. But you just the hat trick, the veto hat trick is awesome. I love this. Oh god, that's just funny. This is entertaining for me. Okay, so
me too, because people are paying me for Vito to drink horrible whiskey. It's great. Yeah. This is a great plan.
Okay, so hold on. Okay, so I have to hold on.
I mean, technically, it'll go to the channel if we ever spend money on anything. But if it's going to be,
yeah, I have. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out a bottle of Crown Royal.
Oh my god.
The $5 was for Weddle. The $10 Patricone. I just want to talk about independent bottlings today.
The GoFundMe for Vito's new liver is going to be.
Yeah. After dark, I might not even make it to after dark because I am exhausted from my bike ride today, and I'm so tired. I might make it if I do join after dark. It might be from my bed.
You usually get a fairly big second wind.
That is true.
I do have to say.
Weirdly enough, yes, I hit the second wind hard, and it carries me.
Yes.
Oh,
199 pound from our good friend Terry in Ireland. Have a drink, Vito.
Oh god damn it, Terry. Oh.
Wheels. I have not had any casks. Oh wait, the Lacranza Castle might be cask strength. It might not be. If the Lacranza Castle from the Explorer series, Aaron, is cask strength, then I have. But other than that, not that I know of, Wheels. I have not had a cask strength Aaron. But you can't go wrong because Aaron makes fantastic whiskey, and cask strength is the best strength.
If we had Adam on the stream right now, if anyone would have had a cask strength Aaron,
he's probably had 6 or 7 of them.
It's probably going to be
literally.
He's had every Aaron on Earth, I'm sure.
So we have had a ton of suggestions. Gordon and McPhail. Obviously, Compass Box is in there. Signatory. 80 Rattray. 80 Rattray is great. In fact,
Terry.
I've got an 80 Rattray behind
that up
to have. Compass Box, and we've mentioned this before.
Yeah.
Up until recently, when they did release some single malts, I while they are totally an independent bottler, they also go that extra step in blending it themselves. So I don't necessarily hold them in the same category as everything else that you're going to see tonight outside of the Compass Box, because these guys are just buying their cask and then bottling it, or keeping it and aging it, or at the very transferring it into another cask and bottling it. But Compass Box is actually going that extra step and buying multiple casks and blending it and then bottling it. So while they certainly are an independent bottler, I do consider them in just a different class. But I do have a Compass Box behind me to enjoy tonight.
Yeah, Compass Box is a different animal, but it is delicious.
Vito, I just want to point out too right now that even if like the tiniest sips, I would be plastered right now if I was you. So good thing it's you and not me, bud.
I'm going to switch to some Glen Turret 8, one of the North Star releases. 58.3.
Right.
Oh, it's terrible. God. Oh, fuck. What a... I have simultaneous...
Cheers, Ian.
Oh, Ian.
And yeah, no one is counting, but apparently you are 5 behind.
No, impossible. Impossible.
Oh
I can't be behind.
Dave. You know that this is happening because we love you, right? Not because we hate you.
Everyone hates me.
Oh
Very
my
clearly.
god.
It's because you opened the window and everyone that follows us are jackasses. And you should know it.
You sons of... Okay, so I haven't drank for Dave and I haven't drank for Mike yet. So give me a second, guys. I'm not 7 behind, Jeremy. I am not 7 behind.
I don't know. He's producing. He's probably got nothing better to do than to count this.
Yeah, nothing better to
Oh
do.
my god. Yes, Puffs and Drams.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so I have
Cheers, Puffs and
okay,
Drams.
so hold on. I need to figure out something. How do I do this? Three shots. Okay.
4.
Son of a bitch! Mike, stop! Okay, so
Sheesh.
okay, so okay, so I have a tiny please
Two
no.
fingers.
I'm my chat's behind. Please no.
Terry, you're just a magnificent person.
The pounds I'm sending.
It's true.
Okay. Okay, hold on. So that's 5. That's 5 pours.
Vito might not show up to After Dark.
I'm not showing up to after.
He'll be napping by then.
There's a good chance that I might not even wake up tomorrow. All right, so hold on. We're gonna do one. That's all. That's for Mike, right? That's a good amount. It's a good amount for Mike.
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Drink some water, please.
Yikes. Yeah, get some water in you too.
Please drink some water.
Okay, that was Mike. Puffs and Drams. Oh no, sorry. I needed to do one for Dave. So we'll do one for Dave.
You also need to do a puff.
I need to do one for Steve. I need to do one for Steve, and then one for
Puffs and Drams. You need to do a puff too. Come on, like be real.
I wish I had some flour to smoke. I'm actually out. Dan, I need to.
If only you lived in a
no!
country where you could order some to your
No, Lance.
Yes,
why?
yes, Lance.
I'm so nice to you, Lance.
Even
Why?
Lance is getting in on it.
Why
Oh,
do you-
you're in trouble now.
Why do you do this to me, Lance?
Oh boy.
Okay, so that's for Dave.
You've got 15 minutes, so
Vito, you're in the wrong. No, maybe you are in the right business, actually.
I think that Vito is in the right business for sure.
Oh
Son of a
my
bitch.
god, yes.
Okay. So
I'm just
that
gonna
was Dave.
say-
Hold on, that was Dave.
That. I'm going to say something. I'll leave it at that. I don't want any further discussion on it. This is just a statement. I think Jeremy telling you that he loves you quantifies. Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is for
Oh, jeez. Oh, Weddle. Oh, Weddle.
Oh my God, Waddle! What have you
Weddle.
done?
He's only got 15 minutes,
Oh
Weddle.
my
He's
god.
gonna
Are
die.
you kidding
Okay.
me?
That's enough. That is enough. Hold on.
Oh, Jason.
So, pause.
Cheers.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Now I'm in control. Oh my God, Jason, I hate you. Okay, so
There's so many. There's so many. I can't even
Can you
keep up
stop?
with StreamYard.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so this is Steve.
Yeah,
Son
Vito,
of-
where's that water at, guy?
I think we have to put an end to the killing Vito
guys.
via super chat.
I am only so I'm so tiny.
He's only got 13 minutes to drink all that whiskey.
Okay, hold
He's
on.
gonna
Oh,
die.
no, hold on. I have a plan. Okay, so this is for Steve, and I've been keeping track. So I've done Dolan. I've done Mike. This
Oh
is
my
for Steve. Puffs and Drams. Now as I scroll down, I got to do Lance.
Hold on, I just got to sign in here so I can send mine in before.
No.
I'll be
Okay, so
buggered
this-
if I'm not
So this is for Lance.
You know what? I can add up all of these super chats and put that into a fund for my revenge the next time you get me in our war.
This is literally
It's funding my revenge.
how? No, this should not fund your. This should fund our trip to Austin. No. This should fund something for the community.
Sure.
I feel like this should fund something for the community.
I'll add up everything and we'll figure out how much this ridiculous stunt got you.
Okay, so
I will find a good use for it.
So I did Lance. I did Jeremy. Weddle, I'm gonna leave to the end. His $20 super chat. 1 drink, 2 drinks, 3 drinks, 4. I love you, Vid. I'm getting rained on at work. So that one's I'm gonna leave to the end. So now we're gonna do Christina.
The hell's going on here?
We're gonna do Zapoli right now. Okay. Next we're gonna do.
Oh jeez, Patrick.
We're gonna do Patrick. And I'm not sure. And at this point, I'm not showing up for After Dark. I'm gonna be wrecked. So Patrick Cohn, hello to my new lover.
Oh my god. Dave's showing some mercy. And I don't know how I got sucked into this now. But to be fair, I'm the only one that didn't try that tomatin. So
It's true.
fair is fair.
Thank you, Dave. Okay, so
thank you for punishing someone else.
okay, so Jason.
While Vito's slamming these down.
Like we were supposed to talk about independent bottlers. I'm such a moron.
You opened the door. I don't know what you expected to happen.
I don't know why I do this to myself.
Seems like you could have predicted this set of events.
You know what? Honestly, I didn't think that we were going to end up having 24 assholes in the chat.
Oh, Ed. I love you, Ed.
I don't know what should I I should go.
Ed. Okay, Ed. What the?
Oh my god.
There's
You're a hero.
Oh my god, Ed, are you kidding me?
You've found our secret sponsor, Ed from Rock Cut Review and his website, Pointless Whiskey Bullshit.
This is for hold on. This is for Jason.
So you're now down to
No, shut up. No, Jeremy, you are not in control of this right now. I am. I am
reasserting control of his own liver.
Are you in control?
I am in control of my drinking right now as to the super chat. So that was for Jason. Now I got to do Steve. That's for Steve.
Oh my god. My goodness. Folks, what should I go for? I'm gonna let people at home decide. I've got some.
Dave Kramer told me to drink water, so now I'm at Dave Kramer.
It's a good call. A little bit of water in you. It's good.
You know what? I am going for this. Never mind. I'm not leaving it to the people at home.
Mike,
Oh, nice.
I mean, phrasing there, Christina.
yeah,
Phrasing.
a lot of phrasing. So I have
Also accurate.
I have to I'm not drinking anymore. I'm doing a drink for Mike Lissack right here. And then I'm gonna go pull out the White Walker for Ed.
You weepoo. My god.
Fuck you guys. I'm fucked up.
That is understandable. That makes sense.
I'm almost done this fucking Crown Royal. You assholes.
You totally hijacked this thread. We started to get into some real discussion about independent bottlers, and then wham!
The people demand entertainment. This is the entertainment. You know what I feel like? I feel like the night in Monty Python's Holy Grail, and every super chat has just like chopped off a bit of my body, and now I'm left like this with just a torso and a head. I'm like, 'tis but a scratch.
So speaking of Monty Python, I think the crowd.
I have no legs. My legs have been chopped off.
A silly walk.
Oh, I do a fucking amazing silly walk. I will do it here. I will only do it at the Bastards Ball. If anybody can remember to remind me at the Bastards Ball, I will do a silly walk. And I do a good silly walk.
Everybody put that reminder into your phones, so it's not about remembering. It's just about looking at your phone when it remembers for you.
Brad, work flowy that shit. I'll remember.
I can do a good silly walk. I'm actually really good at that. I do the whole and leg extension.
Remember, Brad, that sign that was in one of your local parks?
Mike.
Oh yeah, the silly walk.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Whoever did that is a champion.
I don't know if we have that picture to show people, but that was fantastic.
I don't know. I'd have to find it.
Oh, this is so good. This is
Oh, is it good? Is what you're drinking good, Dan?
Oh, it's marvelous. These are so fantastic.
I spit in your general direction.
I'm on the Blackadder raw cask, the Chig.
Ooh, the Lechig.
Yeah,
it's so good. That's one of my that's so magical. Rub it in.
That's damn
Rub
good.
it in, Vito.
That's damn good.
I do a good silly walk for you, Lance. Only for you, Lance.
Dave
Okay,
K.
So this is for Mike.
Dave, where did we find out where the Cask Isla Sherry edition was from?
All right, excuse me while I go get the White Walker for Ed.
Yep.
Terry, no, we don't want Vito to die.
Oh my God. Well, I don't know. Name a price. Name a price.
If Vito dies, I have to show up more often. That's
Brad. We have a system already in place. Remember?
Oh yeah, I guess we have Dan. So
yeah,
the show now belongs to Dan.
Yeah. Also, Ed, do you want Vito after this, like on your stream?
I don't know if Vito is going to be conscious in a couple of minutes. He might not be conscious now. Yikes. Just yikes.
Fuck you, Ed.
Fuck you for sending $100 to our channel.
We're sending that right back to him on the next.
See, pointless whiskey bullshit. He is the sponsor of this week's episode.
Okay, Ed. Hold on. Okay, we have a minute and a half left in the stream.
Hold on. Have you been copping out with a wee Glencairn?
Yeah, he has, man.
Have I been copping out?
It's a regular.
It's a regular size. He's gonna get actually angry because he's too drunk.
I would love to see Dan consume almost two of these.
He would die
in 58 minutes.
Are you kidding, Vito? Dan has been like up to 4 or 5 real Glencairn pours.
Buddy, I blame all of you.
No.
That's fine.
Shush.
You can blame me.
Shush.
Look at this. This is quality.
I am
120 shots.
Jason Busey is honestly a class act right now.
God,
he's a hero.
Jason, I don't believe in God, but please, God bless you. Okay, so
God's in the chat right now.
Okay, so we have less than a minute left before Ed goes live. So let's call it a night. As you guys sign off, I will do pours of this. So go ahead, Brad Starko.
God. Yeah.
Cheers, everybody. This was a weird episode, and it's only going to get weirder in an hour when you come back from Ed's stream, and it's CS After Dark.
Thanks for coming out, guys.
Vito may or may not be here. Either way, he's not going to be conscious.
Really
I'm also
appreciate
not going to end the stream until that little wee Glencairn is gone. But you would think he would need some of this to teach him a lesson. But
everybody needs to go over to Rock Gut Review after this.
encourage
For their stream.
alcohol poisoning. Wash your
Right
hands
back.
and down that bad boy, Vito.
Cheers, everyone.
Launch it.
Cheers. Oh, geez. He's really going for it.
Chug, 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 chug. Keep going. Oh, no.
To be honest, that was probably the best point to drink White Walker because he can't taste anything and he's not going to remember.
It's
tomorrow.
terrible.
Yep.
It's so bad.
Chug,
Yeah,
chug,
right.
chug, chug, chug.
I can't. I actually can't.
Vito, swallow.
I can't.
$8 $100 to
Drink
swallow.
responsibly.
Drink the water.
Everybody.
Water.
Don't overdo it. Don't forget
Not out of a
water.
friggin' suck bottle.